What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski and I'm back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece treasure cruise video. And in today's video, guys, we finally have some news. It has been like literally a full week with like no news whatsoever throughout the whole anniversary, which is kind of crazy. It was getting a little bit skeptical there. A lot of people were starting to get worried that we weren't going to get anything throughout this whole anniversary. But today, we have some awesome news about the brand new anniversary event, which is a new version that will be coming out. We're currently on version 5 point something, I believe, and now we're going to head over to 6.01. Now, if you guys have played Japan, and you look at this banner, you would know immediately what those units are, and that is a Super Evolution unit. So, this is kind of crazy. So, the thing is, Japan only recently got Super Evolutions within their version 7.0, and now we're going to be getting the 7.0 stuff in 6.01, which is kind of crazy. I am not mad about it. I'm very, very pumped for it, because I was actually kind of thinking today, you know, with the fact that, you know, the actual evolution skulls to evolve the Super Evolution units, for the Straw Hats, that is, they are available on the 3-day 2-year island, the story island, and I believe that this is kind of like a hint towards we're going to be getting that island really, really soon. Probably not the same time as like when this actual new update comes out, but really soon we should be getting 3-day 2-year, which is really cool, so we can go ahead and farm the Super Evolution skulls for the Straw Hats. Now, I'm going to go through all the information about this as well. But here we go. So the added features are Super Evolution, which honestly is one of the best things in the game. Crewmate Abilities, so that's Sailor Abilities, also known as Crewmate Abilities, it seems like they're going to be calling it, which is really cool. Basically, if not all characters have it, but some characters will have it, where if they're not your captain, and if they're a sub-unit on your team, they actually will have like an extra ability that will be activated. Like some abilities will give you extra attack, sometimes they will give you extra recovery, sometimes they'll even like give you certain matching orbs, which is actually really, really cool. Now I believe at the moment on Japan, it's basically like only rare recruit units have it, and maybe sometime in the future they'll give it to some free-to-play units, but that's actually really, really cool. We're going to be getting Sailor Abilities. Then, this is some of the stuff, this is another thing that was in 7.0, stamina times 2 equals rewards times 2, so this means you can go ahead and run some specific things. Not everything has this ability, but you can go and run returning fortnights and returning coliseums. You can spend double the stamina and get double the rewards from it. So you can go ahead and run, you know, old coliseums and old fortnights twice as fast, because everything that you do will be basically dropped twice if you spend double the stamina. Really, really great ability, and helps a lot of like major farmers out, which is really, really good. Then there is the Rayleigh's Bazaar, also known as the Rayleigh Shop. One of the most anticipated features in 6.0 that a lot of people were hoping for, and we are finally getting it, which is really, really cool. Again, I'm going to go through all this in detail because there is a banner that, you know, kind of explains everything. Then it says, improve the user interface for character box, so this is just an extra way to go ahead and sort through characters in your character box a little bit easier, which is awesome. And add a new feature which allows you to see the recommended level for each adventure. That's kind of a stupid thing, because they kind of like give you, like at the start of the adventure when you go to the tip, you go to the tip menu, you can see what you can drop. At the top of that, it'll actually say, you know, what the recommended pirate level you should be in order to attempt this. It's kind of stupid because a lot of people will probably have better units, or sometimes even worse units depending on their pirate level. But yeah, it is what it is. That is there, and other minor bug fixes, which is fine. So let's go ahead and read more about all these really, really cool new features that will be coming on February 22nd. Really, really excited for this. So, let's go with the most anticipated feature that I've seen straight away, being the Super Evolution. So, here we have, take your crew to the next level with Super Evolution. Super Evolve at any level. So this is just an example here. These are the base Straw Hat characters, Gitsu Luffy, Ashura Zora, and Thunderbolt Tempo Nami. And you can evolve them, even though they're not at max level, to 5-star plus. Yes, that is right. So they go from a 5-star to a 5-star plus. And eventually, as you've seen with some of my other videos where I've gone over some 6-star pluses, those will also be coming soon, which also means we should be getting invasion, you know, raids really, really soon. So that is also really, really big news. Also, the special level of the character that you super evolve will also be transferred when you do the super evolution with a normal evolution. If the unit that you have has a different skill to its actual evolution, then it will lose its ability altogether. However, with this, its skill does change. However, it doesn't get rid of your special level, so that is really, really useful. Now, how do you go ahead and super evolve? So, in order to super evolve, you need these special skull characters, or these special skull units. Now, these skulls, as I said at the start of the video, available in the 3-day, 2-year story mode island, which I do believe will be coming very, very soon. However, Japan had an event where they could get one for free from the mail, so we'll probably get that as well, where we can super evolve something for free, which is going to be really, really good. That Luffy, that Gear 2 Luffy, is absolutely insane. And when we get more information about it, and when they get released, I'll do a video overviewing of what all the characters do, so you guys can choose which super evolution you want. But really, all of them are really, really good units, really, really solid. So, the evolvers needed to super evolve will be updated regularly. Okay, that's really interesting. Even though your characters may have different specials, or after the super evolve, their specials can be leveled up with either character or manual at a fixed rate. So yes, that is true. So with Gear 2 Luffy, when he super evolves into the 5-star plus Luffy, you can still use Gear 2 books to level up 5-star plus Luffy, which is also awesome. It's also possible to revert your super evolved characters back to their previous state, and would require special evolvers to do so. So you can do that. If you do super evolve them and you want to go back to your originals, you can do that as well, which is also really, really good. So we'll get more information about that soon. That's going to be really, really cool. I'm super pumped about that. So moving on from that, we have the filter and type class. So this is just an extra way to sort through your character box and find certain characters a little bit easier. What is that one at the back? I'm not too sure. That looks like items or something. But yeah, you can sort by type. So strength, dex, quick, sight, int. And then there's a chest, which is probably like your items, which would be like skill books and stuff like that. And you can sort by classes as well. Narrow down your search for specific characters and stuff like that. Really, really good. If you can't find the character you're looking for, check to see if the filter is on. If it is, try tapping select all on type and class. Tap the treasure chest or other icon for items that have no type or class, such as forbidden tomes, manuals, and cotton candy. Yeah, so that was pretty easy to understand. Okay, so moving on, stamina and rewards times 2. This was another feature that was introduced in Japan only recently, and we're already getting it. So, now you can recruit more characters and items. So what does this mean? Use double the stamina and receive double the berries, XP, and treasures. So how do you use it? As you can see, you can choose the option before setting off an adventure. Usually you just press OK and you'd get started. But next to the OK button, there's going to be a stamina times 2. So for a 30 stamina Coliseum, a returning Coliseum that is, you can spend 60 stamina and then you'll get double the belly, double the XP, and also whatever you drop on that run, you get 2 of. So this makes farming certain old Coliseums a lot easier because you get 2 unit drops at the end of each run. So you're doing two runs as fast as 1. It's really, really powerful, really, really good. If you did miss an old Fortnite or an old Coliseum, you can go back and farm it very, very quickly. So, I use it for a portion of the quest, as I said, replay adventures, replay Coliseum adventures, and all of that. So, the reward screen, and you can see the details, and you can get, rewards and stamina times 2, whatever like that. I use this function to get a ton of treasure. The stamina times 2 option will have no effect for rewards gained through characters with captain abilities that allow for extra treasures. Yeah, so that was a big thing when this first came out. A lot of people were wondering, does this actually affect stuff with Baccarat? Like, does Baccarat, if she dupes something, does that also get doubled? But what happens is whatever you get in the run is doubled, and then the dupe character drops, so either Haruta or Baccarat. If they drop something, that does not get doubled. So potentially you can get like 3 of a specific item in one run. So it's really, really strong with Baccarat if you can run Baccarat or Haruta in a dungeon. Moving on, we have crew abilities. So crew abilities is, as I mentioned before, is an ability that will only activate if they are the subunit and they are not the captain. So, like captain abilities, crewmate abilities, special abilities are special abilities that come from your captain's crew. So you can see there are stat increases, resistance against paralysis and bind specials. That's also really, really powerful. And unique abilities that will grant matching slots and stuff like that. So a portion of characters come with crewmate abilities. Characters with equipped with a crewmate ability will have a stat, res, or unique icon in the character screen. So you can see that's Strongword Sanji, and he has the res icon, the resistance icon. And then on the character box screen, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of each unit, they'll have a little anchor, which will mean that they actually have a sailor ability. So, crewmate abilities grant various stats, resists, and unique effects. So, we already mentioned that before. You can find out which characters have crewmate abilities in a separate notification, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, once again, there's so much stuff in this update, this is so good. Rayleigh's Bazaar. So what is Rayleigh's Bazaar? Rayleigh has opened up a bazaar for all you pirates a place to trade your training points for various items. So how do you get your training points? You have to trade in characters at the bazaar. So what happens is if you get duplicates in a Sugar Fest, you can go ahead to your Rayleigh shop and trade in those units for points. Then you can use those points, as it will say here, use your training points and get characters and items. Remember to check out the Bazaar exclusive characters. So there will be characters that come out on the Rayleigh shop that are exclusive, and not only units either. This will also include ships and special items and stuff like that. Really, really cool. So be careful when trading, as you won't get back your characters that are traded for training points. Some characters won't grant any trading points. So that's like photo characters. They don't really give you any points. You can sort your characters by their value by going from crew, character box, change order, training points. It's possible to make trades for cola even if the results go over 999. I mean, that's really interesting, although you cannot hold more than 999 cola, so please keep this in mind when trading. So you do have to be very, very careful about that. And that's pretty much it. Those are all of the major new functions coming out on version 6.0.1. So I am super, super excited. When this all drops, I'll probably make a video and doing some Super Evolution stuff, because I'm very, very excited about the Super Evolutions and the Rayleigh shop as well, because I have a couple of units that I want to trade in for that. And I'll just show you guys around once all this new stuff drops, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And I'm going to end the video here. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.